Welcome back. Good to be back in the car?
It is, actually. I've missed it, and you.
I know, thank you. It's like, oh, the crappy lighting and the tons of shit in the back seat. Oh, it's like coming home.
It is, actually.
All right, cool.
And as a matter of fact, I went over the playlist or the uploads, and it's been 2 months.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, the last one I did with you was Agent 47.
Holy shit. Was that right before I left for Seattle, or?
Yes.
Okay, all right. No, it's all come back to me now. So, okay. We were going to talk about Burnt. We're not going to have a whole lot to say.
No, so it should be noted that we saw this in different theaters at different times due to scheduling and whatnot.
Yeah, the usual.
And so I saw it last night, and when I got out of it, I texted you saying that I think it's a little bit better than what most critics are saying, but it's still pretty forgettable. It's
not 37% bad. It's a meh movie. You know, it's like,
yes,
I'm going to forget about most of this by next week when we got, like, much better movies coming out.
Agreed.
Or even when I see fucking Scout's Guide to Zombie Apocalypse on Sunday. Ugh. But,
have fun with that.
Yeah. You know.
But, hey, you enjoyed Agent 47. Maybe you'll enjoy something about that from a B-movie perspective.
I'm not going to. I can just look at the trailers and all. It's like, I'm not going to like this movie. Yeah, I'm just not. But anyway, okay, so we're stalling. I'm stalling because, you know, I never do that on this show. So,
and
yeah.
we never go off on tangents.
Yeah,
ever.
God forbid. No. We're full of integrity and shit. So, yeah. Burnt. It's a movie. It has people in it.
Some of them are good actors who look really good on screen.
Yeah.
And some of them have okay chemistry, I guess.
I guess.
But
I mean, Bradley Cooper's always charming.
His eyes were really distracting. He has gorgeous, big blue eyes.
Yeah, I will admit I've had some moments where I've lost myself in Bradley Cooper's Baby Blues.
And there were...
It's kind of hard not to. It's like...
It is.
It was kind of like Will Smith back in his heyday. It was like, oh, fuck, it's kind of hard not to like you.
Yes.
You can play in Raccoon, I don't care.
There were a few moments where he was being serious or shouting or something, and nothing stuck in my brain except pretty.
His eyes are so beautiful, he gets a lesbian to go straight for a day. That happens in this movie, by the way. I'm not being offensive. That's actually a line in this movie.
That's right.
That was the part that kind of distracted me. I was like,
the food critic lady.
The food critic lady. Okay.
So it should probably be noted that if you haven't seen the trailer for this movie, it's about
Gordon Ramsay.
A chef who has fallen from grace due to addiction and bad choices, blah, blah, blah. All this is exposition, by the way. It's just kind of shoehorned in.
The first act is so fucking rushed.
It is,
like,
yes.
I don't know if you noticed. Well, obviously you did because you said you just did. But, like, yeah, the first act is so much of just... First, we're talking about how he was a star in Paris. Now we're in Louisiana for, like, a minute where I guess he's doing penance for his sins. I don't know. Chefs take their job way too fucking seriously in this movie. Like,
well, that is one thing that they did get partially right. Chefs have very large egos.
Clearly, since they're talking about this guy like he's the fucking messiah. And, like...
I've been working at a restaurant for the past few months, so...
Fair enough, but to this extent...
Big egos.
To this extent, there was lots of times I was going... Guys, calm the fuck down, all right? I get it. It's important. You guys are very good at your job. I respect that. Calm the fuck down, all right? It's not the end of the goddamn world.
There were a few points when he was in the kitchen where it seemed awfully militaristic.
Yeah, I got that too. It was like, so is Bradley Cooper just playing Gordon Ramsay? Like, I felt like...
Maybe.
I felt like they wanted to make this a Gordon Ramsay biopic, but it just didn't go through, so they made this movie instead. Like, they couldn't get the rights to it or something. Gordon Ramsay said no. I don't know.
Maybe.
Because, honestly, Bradley Cooper would not play bad Gordon Ramsay.
Not at all. But that's my main complaint about this movie, though, is that even though there's a story to tell here, it's terribly rushed, and the more interesting aspects of the story allude to a story that happened off screen
Yeah.
before these events in the movie shown take place. And it seems like the most interesting material with the most depth and conflict is just expositioned in.
Pretty much, yeah, I would agree with that. For me, I thought this, especially towards the end, when it kind of jumped the shark a little bit with its twist, which kind of pissed me off.
Oh, the Michelin Man?
Yeah, the Michelin Man.
What? It's a thing. You know, the food critics that were mentioned.
Oh,
They always
no,
come in pairs.
no,
The Michelin Men.
I was talking about the. We'll get to him, but like the kind of sort of traitor that happens if there's
yeah.
because his name was Michelle or Mitchell or something like that. I thought you were making a joke.
No, I was actually being serious, but yes. There is a character named Michelle.
But first I want to talk about the lesbian line, 'cause that kind of made me chuckle. Chuckle, and not so much okay, that was intentionally actually funny. I was more like, what? Okay. Sure. But anyway, there's a scene where he feel like he's paid for his crimes. He comes back to London where he's going to open a new restaurant. He's got a 3-star restaurant, which is supposed to be like the best thing you could possibly get.
3 Michelin stars.
Michelin stars, yeah.
Yes.
Anywho, so they go back in there and he's kind of like getting back with the old gang. And it's like this weird A-team recruitment scene. And
so, yeah, basically, sorry, somebody keeps texting me.
turn off your phone, Sarah. God, for professionals.
Okay. So basically the first act after he's done pain.
No, we're not done yet. No. We still haven't got to the lesbian scene yet.
Sorry.
No.
I'll continue my point after you finish yours.
There you go.
ahead.
Thank you. Okay, so he's getting through all these people. He's like, he's got his old buddy named Tony, who apparently has a gay crush on him, which is okay. They don't really do anything with it, but okay.
There is one slight payoff towards the end.
A little bit, but even then, it was kind of like, well, that was still kind of pointless. I mean,
Yes.
whatever. And like there's a lot of subplots like that where it's kind of like, okay, whatever, that didn't need to be there, but whatever. But there's one point in the movie where he has to recruit like a food critic to help him get back into the kitchen scene through elaborate circumstances, and either way...
And he manipulates those circumstances masterfully.
I don't know, I felt like I felt like a lot of the movies kind of stroking the main character's dick a little too much, but...
Well,
Like,
yes.
you're an amazing chef, but you got... It's almost like the rogue cop on the edge at the police force, like, God damn it, you break all the laws! You don't do anything right, Johnson, but God damn it, you get the job done. You know, it's that kind of thing, only with chefs.
Yes, I cannot disagree with that.
It's a very common thing, but like, actually, that's pretty much exactly what it is. Anyway, so... He walks up to the food critic while she's eating at like one of those crappy little roach coaches, and he walks up and goes, "I need your help with something." She looks at him and goes, "You know, I've had a lot of regrets, and when I think back, you're one of them. I think to myself," and I don't know why I'm doing this voice, I'm just doing it.
You're very Western tonight.
Very Western. I was going more for like old school New Yorker, but
Okay.
like kind of South Park cop. Anyway, where he goes, but I thought myself, I'm a lesbian. Why did I sleep with Bradley Cooper? On one hand, I might go gay for Bradley Cooper for a night.
With those eyes.
On the other hand, I'm like, what? Why did this need to be there? Why does she need to be lesbian? Okay, fine, whatever. I mean, I don't have a problem with that necessarily, just so out of left field and it never comes up again. So, like, we never see his character at any point further on in the movie, so it's like, okay,
Yeah, so he basically...
I guess Bradley Cooper's cooking is so amazing, you know. You can make gay people straight for a night. I don't know, like, for me, it's like, I don't know. Part of that just doesn't quite feel right to me.
Food is very sensual.
I guess. I don't know, like, one of those things, like, I don't know of many gay friends that I have that would do that for a day, for a night, for any reason. I don't know.
True.
I don't know, if you've ever had that experience, leave a comment, I guess. I don't know. I'm kind of curious, like, does that ever
What would
happen?
you go gay for?
What would you go gay for, or go straight for?
Or go straight for, as the case may be.
Make that a t-shirt. What would you go gay for, or straight for? That's like, we're starting to develop, like, a line of t-shirts of, like,
I saw!
like, like, what's the one me and Wes came up with? Catholics are sneaky. Yeah.
I saw that.
Just have the Pope hat right in the center of the hat.
I'll
my shirt, you know what I mean?
The current Pope is pretty awesome.
I like the Pope. No, the Pope's cool. Anyway.
Yes, agreed.
But anywho, so such a weird fucking line to have, and like that was like my first like this is kind of weird. I'm gonna turn the air conditioner. It's a little hot in here.
It is, yes.
Alright, so apologize for the beepings. But anywho, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, so he eventually, after that bizarre scene comes up, he takes over Tony's kitchen, and then he gets his A-team of top chefs he recruits all over the place. And
yes, so he basically goes around to different restaurants and food trucks and tries their food and basically takes the chefs who's cooked the food that he's most impressed by, and then arranges for this lesbian food critic lady that he slept with, apparently, so we're told, to come in to his friend Tony's restaurant in the hotel that his friend Tony is a concierge at, and pretty much manipulates the situation and tells Tony she's going to close down your restaurant unless you give me access to the kitchen and let me cook for her.
Because your food is shit. I'm the only one that can save the day. You need my help. And he goes, screw you, Johnson. We don't need you in our precinct. He goes, fine. I'll leave now. Wait! God damn it, we need your help. My version is way better than the version that's actually in the movie.
Yes, because your version isn't quite as forced. And
yeah.
And your version has hamminess and camp on its side, whereas in this, everything's taken completely seriously.
This movie needed Vin Diesel.
Yes, that would have made it very hammy and campy.
He would have saved it with a flaming sword.
Well, flaming.
I mean a sword on fire. That's what I mean.
A large flaming sword saves at every movie that we review.
No. It was a lightning penis sword. Not quite the same thing.
Close enough.
Close
whatever.
enough. There's a horrible joke I can make there. I just don't want the hate comments though, so I'm just gonna keep moving.
So that's pretty much the first act. He manipulates circumstances. He assembles his chef's A-team. He gets his own restaurant in London this time.
And the rest of the movie is them basically dealing with prima donnas in the fucking cooking industry, and just a lot of weird subplots that don't really go anywhere.
Agreed.
That don't really add anything. A lot of it you could have cut out. Characters are supposed to have these arcs but only appear in 2 scenes. It's the second half is like, oh, it's better than the first half. It's still kind of a fucking mess.
Yeah. Like I said, I just feel like this movie is incredibly forced, and the most interesting parts are just touched on in dialogue.
Yeah, I was like, and I'll admit, I was kind of getting into the movie in the second half until we got like to the third act, in which case it kind of lost me completely with its kind of just bullshit like twist at the end. That's like, you could have done this differently, done it better, but
agreed.
Like, okay, so there's this one character, like the token black guy, Michelle, who I guess in the past screwed him, Bradley Cooper's character screwed him over. In Paris while he was on drugs. So we're told. Yeah, so we're told. While he was on drugs and stuff by letting rats into a restaurant he was working at, a restaurant he opened, and calling the health inspector and getting shut down. Now he says apparently that, oh, you know, we're over, like, we're cool, we got this set up. And for the majority of the movie, they never bring it up again. As far as you can tell, there's really not any conflict between the two characters.
They seem to have made amends.
They seem to have made amends until like the very final, like the beginning of the final act, after Bradley Cooper comes back from being beat up by some drug enforcers who Bradley Cooper owes money to. Again, kind of pointless.
Money presumed for...
Because he was a huge drug addict.
His drug habit back in Paris. Again, all this is told off screen. Anyway, go on.
But anyway, towards the end, right after he gets his ass beaten by these guys, he walks back into the kitchen and finds out that what do they call?
Michelin men.
The Michelin men, who decide how amazing your restaurant is, might possibly be in the restaurant. And Bradley Cooper is exhausted, but works really hard to get everything perfect, and then sets it in, but it turns out, no, they sent it back because it was too spicy. How could it have been spicy? And then he was caught red-handed with Cajun spice and going, I put it in the food. That was for Paris.
Apparently, Michelle ruined the dish by spiking it with cayenne pepper.
Yeah, and then of course that fuck scene's over. Bradley Cooper has a huge mental breakdown. Again, all I can think of is, dude, calm the fuck down. They'll come back another time. Relax. I'm assuming they come back every now and again, but
I'm not quite sure how it works. I think it's like a one-time thing per restaurant.
maybe. Either way, he just acts like it's the end of the fucking world. So,
Well, for him, it's the end of his world, to be fair, because he's based his whole identity and whole self-worth out of getting this 3rd Michelin star. And he's not very adept at communicating or having healthy relationships, and he keeps saying how he's not big on groups, and whenever his kitchen staff has lunch together, he doesn't join them even though they invite him. And that's the closest thing that he has to a character arc.
pretty much.
Is that by the end of the movie, oh, spoiler alert,
You're not gonna go see this.
by the end of the movie, it's not overtly said, it's hinted that he's been awarded his 3rd Michelin star, and he starts to have lunch with his kitchen staff, and
End of movie.
that's it.
Yeah, that's the end of the movie. And it's like, okay. Alright, like, I feel like all they had to do was just show that he fucked up because he was exhausted and he was pushing himself too hard. That could have easily gotten the point across much better than, oh, this is
Betrayal!
betrayal.
Yeah.
God damn it, why'd you do this? You snubbing my wife, Johnson.
So,
Now I've set up this elaborate ruse and I've spent years becoming your best friend so I can kill you now. Why didn't you just screw me over before? By, I don't know, setting rats into the kitchen and calling the health inspector. No, this one hits you where it hurts the most. I don't know, like, it makes no sense. And it was kind of almost out of fucking nowhere. It's like, were you playing this from the beginning? Because this is really elaborate. You need to post some shit to get here. Was it really fucking worth it? And by the way, I hope Burger King got its money's worth out of this.
product placement!
Yeah, because there's like Burger King comes in twice, and then Bradley Cooper even has a monologue of like, you know why people like you hate Burger King? It's because you're too, like, snobby, basically. It's like, okay, all right. It would the only way that could have been any worse. He says, but here you can have it your way. I should write a screenplay.
You should.
No. It's like
There are screenwriting classes at SJSU.
oh god, no, I'd be a terrible screenwriter.
I wasn't very fond of that class either.
I tried my hand at it. It's not something I can ever really do. It's like people who like talk show hosts keep saying about politics, but they go, would you actually go into politics? Fuck no. We don't want to be in politics. No, it's hell. No,
Yeah.
fuck that.
I think you need to be a little bit crazy to be in politics.
Yeah, well, I couldn't even if I wanted to. There's way too much shit, incriminating shit on YouTube.
Subscribe!
Yeah, subscribe. Yeah. We're only 5 away from 250, so yeah, do actually subscribe. Yeah.
Please.
Yep. So, like I said, this movie, I have a whole lot to say. Like,
Yeah.
I've kind of said every the big points I really had to hit. Other than that,
It was a premise that had potential, but they just kind of forced it, and the potential's just kind of squandered.
it's just a lot of padding with not much payoff on much of it. It's just more like just plot lines that just exist, characters that just exist. They all have to carry some fucking significance, and it's trying to have its cake and eat it too, ironically.
Yes.
And it's just weird, or at least like a good chunk of it is like, so much of this could have been cut out. You could have made it a much simpler story and it would have been perfectly fine.
Agreed. And like I said when I initially texted you, I feel like it's better than what most critics are saying, but it's pretty forgettable.
I mean, like, yeah, this is not 37% bad. It's just mediocre.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know why. I feel like people are hating on movies a lot more than they have in the past this year. I don't know what it is.
It has been a bad year.
It has been a bad year, but like I feel like they're being particularly harsh against movies that don't necessarily deserve it. Like, to say Pixels is worse than That's My Boy or Little Nicky or any of those, like, no, not even close. No, not even a little bit. I mean, No offense to Adam Sandler fans up there, apparently. But
I like Happy Gilmore.
like what you like. I don't care. But Pixels is not the worst Adam Sandler movie out there. It is not. There's no reason to be ranked below That's My Boy or Jack and Jill or any of those.
And I think it just sort of hit the hot button of gaming, movie-going nerds.
I think we're just tired of Adam Sandler's shtick.
That too. But, yeah, I've basically said all I have to say about Burnt.
I know, like, sorry, I wish we had more to say about this one, guys, but
the actors look good on screen. It had potential, but too much of the interesting story and conflicts are just shoehorned and exposited in.
I suddenly have a strong urge to, like, just retell the entire story as quickly as I can and, like, as a cop movie.
Maybe that should be your next skit.
Maybe, Bert, if it was a cop movie. What the hell are you doing back here, Johnson? I've come back. I've done my time. You're too reckless, Johnson! You can't come back here. You know what people would do to you if they knew you were back here? No, I have to come back. I need to redeem myself. You and I are gonna do great things together. You can't come back here. Get out. Fine. Bat signal. Ta-da-da. 5 minutes later, you need my help and you know it. But crime's got through the roof. I don't need your help. I can do it my own man. Fine, try doing it without me. Wait! God damn it. You're right. Fine, get your uniform. Get your badge and gun. Let's go. 2 nights later, damn it, I might have been wrong about you, Johnson. You might just have what it takes.
Basically.
Thank you, but we're not quite done yet. We need to get the crime rate low to 10% before we're done. God damn it, I ever tell you how much I love you? I know. Are we gonna go anywhere with this? Probably not, but I might kiss you later. Please do. You got gorgeous eyes, I know.
Bradley Cooper does have beautiful eyes.
Not so fast. What are you doing, Bradley? I've come to stop you from what you did 10 years ago. But that was 10 years ago. I thought we were past this. No, I wasn't. You shot me. Why? Don't die on me, Johnson. You're not done yet. You're right, I'm not. All right. Crime rate's lowered. End of movie.
Basically.
And you know what I did? I cut out 50% of the unnecessary padding.
You did, yes.
Except in my ending, Bradley Cooper would have ended up with Tony.
Yeah.
He was better. They were a better couple than the couple that actually ended up together.
Agreed. They had more of a history.
I'd be curious to see what that actor does as Baron Zemo in the next Captain America movie. Not Bradley Cooper, the other guy. Yeah. See how that movie turns out. So, like, yeah, we saw this separately, so we don't really have much to add as far as trailer go.
And, I mean, I remember 3 of the trailers I got in my theater, but they're all trailers I've seen before of movies that I want to see, which are The Hateful Eight, Trumbo, and The Lady in the Van.
I don't think I saw a trailer for Lady in the Van.
It's basically, the premise is Maggie Smith is a homeless lady who lives in a van, and she parks outside of this guy's house and ends up befriending him, and he pushes her around in her wheelchair and stuff. It actually looks pretty funny.
That's nice.
Yeah.
See, I got fucking Jingle All, like, the stupid Seth Rogen movie coming out, whatever the hell it's called, the Christmas movie he's got.
I haven't seen that at all.
It's like something, I want to say Jingle All the Way, but that's like a better movie than this is gonna be, probably.
And it's an older movie.
Yeah. Put that cookie down now! Anyway. And then I got one for Sisters, which is the Amy Poehler.
That trailer I've gotten before, not at the screening I went to yesterday, but
I will say this: the Seth Rogen movie did have have one funny line in the beginning where it says "brought to you by people that brought you like the Neighbors" and some other Seth Rogen movie, and then said "and almost The Interview." It's like, okay, props.
And The Interview technically played at the Osio.
Technically, it played in a few theaters. Yeah, I thought it's like, okay, funny nod. All right.
Yes.
I don't even remember what else I got.
But yeah, that's all we got.
Yeah, so
for this one.
We'll be back in a couple days with probably Scouts Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse, because We need to get one bad movie in there because some fans are still mad at me because I didn't go see Gem and the Holograms.
Really?
So by the time we were gonna go see it, there was only 2 showtimes left.
Oh, wow.
Like in any theater, it's not fucking worth it at that point. That thing went out of theater so fucking fast.
It's still playing at the Century here in Monterey. Not that I want to see it.
Nah, I'm not saying we're going to, but. And then next week we got a good week. We got Spectre.
Which I'm excited about.
We got Peanuts, which me and Patrick will probably go watch.
Peanuts actually looks decent.
I don't know, like I've been skeptical about it because I'm not the animation company that's made it has not really sold me yet.
Fair enough.
But it's getting good reviews, so it's like 84% right now on Rotten Tomatoes. So, and then we got Spotlight, which I really want to go see. You know that movie?
I don't think so.
That's a movie where about has like Michael Keaton and Mark
Oh, yeah.
Ruffalo about like the Catholic Church scandal.
Yes.
That movie comes out next time. I really want to go see that one. So.
Nice.
So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed my stalling tactics. And see you on a couple days. See ya.
See ya.